In today's video, we're going to be talking about the absolute top 10 things you must see, do, and experience inside Disney's Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios. Coming up. First things first, you absolutely have to start your day off with some milk. And when I say milk, we're talking about the blue and green space milk, of course. Now, milk is a little bit misleading because neither one of these products are actually dairy-based. In fact, they're actually a blend of frozen coconut and rice milks. So kind of get that in your head if that makes sense, because this is not a creamy consistency. It's more along the lines of a can of frozen Minute Maid that you would find at the grocery store. As far as taste is concerned, it's very hard to kind of pin these down. The blue one, in my opinion, was probably the most palatable, but the green one, in my wife's ever so eloquent descriptive term, was it tastes like she was drinking a flower. It was much more florally and citrus tasting. The blue one, to me, the best way I could describe it is if you had a package of Smarties candies, mashed them all up and put them in some frozen water or slushy mixed, and then drank that. That would be what the blue one would taste like. Both of these will run you about $7.99, so $8 with tax. Definitely worth the experience. And if space milk is not your thing, don't worry, you can actually have some adult beverages by heading over to the Oguz Cantina bar. Now keep in mind, you do need a reservation to get in there, so once you've secured your reservation, hop on inside and you'll be greeted by the barkeep. And keep in mind, this is 90% standing room only, but the atmosphere in there is very cool, very reminiscent of a cantina that you would expect to see in the Star Wars universe. Not the typical cantina music that we're expecting. DJ Rex is in the corner over there playing some very interesting galactic choice cuts, very reminiscent of a modern day club. I don't know how else to describe the music. It's very unique, but the drinks, there are both alcoholic and non-alcoholic versions, so keep that in mind in case you don't drink alcohol, and there are very few bar snacks available, but overall you're allowed 45 minutes inside and an absolute must-do experience to check off your Star Wars fan's bucket list. Next up, I highly recommend taking a stroll over to the creature stall. That way you can adopt a beloved creature from the Star Wars universe. They've got everything from a Kowakian monkey lizard, porgs, tauntauns, wampas, you name it, and they are all ready to accept your galactic credits, because everything in there is going to be priced from about $20 all the way up to about $80. So keep that in mind if you're looking to adopt a creature. And of course, it wouldn't be Star Wars without something to do with lightsabers and droids. And thankfully, there are two very unique and intimate customized experiences for both droid building and lightsaber building. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've had the same dream of one day piloting the Millennium Falcon, and luckily, thanks to the Smugglers Run attraction, you can actually do that very thing. Yourself and 5 other crew members jump aboard the Millennium Falcon for an awesome flight simulated ride and experience that is both interactive and enjoyable for everybody involved. Whether you're the pilot, the engineer, the gunner, there's all sorts of great action going on during this entire thrill ride to keep you engaged and involved during the attraction's 4.5-minute flight time. Not only that, but getting both on and off the ride is a truly immersive experience in itself, as you're surrounded by the corridors of the Millennium Falcon. And pro tip, if you're not in a large party and you want to get on the ride sooner than later, I highly suggest you take advantage of the single rider line. I was able to walk literally onto the ride with 0 wait time whatsoever during the middle of the week using that single pass rider line in the afternoon. Next up, you absolutely have to experience Rise of the Resistance. And I say experience and not ride because this attraction truly is an experience, and one that is definitely worth getting up at the 8 o'clock and getting into the theme park so you can secure that boarding pass. I know a lot of people are kind of confused on how this works, but you have to be inside the park at rope drop, staring at your phone, trying to get that boarding group secured first thing when the park opens. But it is absolutely worth it. It is a 20-minute ride experience, like I suggested, and I highly recommend you check it out. If you want to see the full ride experience, I'll go ahead and link my video that I made earlier, but I highly suggest you go into that as blind as possible, because it is truly breathtaking, and some of the things that are revealed during this attraction will really amaze you. One of the neater things I found during my time in Galaxy's Edge was just how accessible and visible some of the characters from the Star Wars canon universe actually were. Oftentimes I was able to see both Rey and Chewbacca walking around aimlessly, and this was kind of impressive because most of my previous visits to Disney and Disney World, the characters are always very sheltered, very roped off, and not just strolling around casually with the people in the crowds. So it's very cool to see both Rey and Chewbacca walking amongst the people and being interactive. Definitely keep a watchful eye out though for Kylo Ren. While the stormtroopers is actually pretty common as far as patrolling the park and looking for rebel scum, so you'll oftentimes run into the stormtroopers, Kylo Ren is much less common as far as your encounters go. However, I did mistakenly cross paths with Kylo Ren, and he did try to use the Force powers to get me to reveal some rebel secrets.
Got one.
Understood. Supreme Leader wants to see you. This way, please. Don't upset him.
Wait.
That's a lightsaber.
You will join the First Order by your own free will or by mine. Move back.
Out of his way! On your way then.
I was too strong in the Force, and luckily was let off with just a warning. And you'll definitely want to visit Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. Now this is the official gift shop, if you would, that has most of the items you're looking for in the Star Wars canonical universe. Things like lightsabers, Jedi robes, Sith robes, costumes, accessories, home decor, shirts, all the things you want. It's got the legacy lightsabers like Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader, as well as Kylo Ren, and then it's also got unique individual items like Kyber crystals, unique individual Kyber crystal colors that you can purchase and throw in your customized lightsaber builds. So in case you built a lightsaber that was red and you decide, hey, I want a blue blade all of a sudden, they've got you covered. These are inside, so definitely check it out. It's an amazing atmosphere, and it's very cool to see both the decoration inside and outside. And my final tip is that you absolutely stay until it gets dark inside the park. That is when the normal theme park lights go down, the ambient lights go up, and then you'll see everybody walking around with their beautiful custom lightsabers as well as their legacy lightsabers. The Millennium Falcon is all lit up and it looks beautiful, and it is really a very cool, unique experience, especially if you want to get that custom photo made with your brand new legacy lightsaber or your custom lightsaber that you built at Savvy's workshop. This is definitely the most opportune time to take your picture. Not only that, but there is an amazing lights, laser, projector show going on as well right before park closes that shines all the beautiful story of Star Wars onto the walls around, and there's fireworks and there's lasers and there's smoke, and I'm just going to stop talking about it. And here's a couple of clips of it because it is really a great experience overall.
I love you! Darth Vader. Right.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
That does it for this video, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications every time I upload more great nerdy content like this. And if you're new to this channel, I thank you guys for checking it out. If you're returning subscribers, I also love you guys. And that does it. Thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it.